members of the Board of Appeals, as well as the planning boards of Wakefield, Linfield, North Reading, Stoneham, Woburn, and Wilmington. Testimony before this board is taken under oath, so if you think you want to speak on this matter, please stand and raise your right hand. Sir, are you gonna speak on this matter?
Potentially, yes.
Okay, then could you be sworn in just in case then? I swear that the testimony given by me before the board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The response is I do.
I do.
Thank you. Okay, whoever's going to present this.
Cody?
Go ahead. Yep, thank you.
Good evening, Attorney Mark Salvati from 57 Arlington Road in Newton. The petitioner is actually the Fennellys. This is Tim Fennelly, who's the owner of the property. They have an existing single-family home on the premises where he lives with his wife and 2 children. What the proposal is to add a garage under, or a garage on the first floor with a small accessory apartment above for his father-in-law. I believe we have provided all the documentation and meet the criteria as well as the performance standards. The addition is about 720 square feet total, fairly small, and this sits above the 2 garage bays. The house will end up being about 1,900 square feet in total, and so it's well under the requirement. He will have his own off-site parking, his father-in-law, for the use of the premises, and he will be the only one living there, and he is related to the owner, and the owners will remain. So I guess with that, I'd be glad to take any questions from you.
Mayor, want to start? Does anybody have any questions?
I'm sorry, did you say that his parking will be off-site or on-site?
On-site, off-street.
Off-street, thank you, okay.
Yeah, I thought he said offsite too.
I might.
That's why.
I might.
So just one, it's not a separate structure.
It's not a separate structure.
Okay, it's an addition to the existing home.
Right, in fact, the garage for the Fennellys, they'll be able to pull in and go through the new mudroom, that's for their benefit, into their existing home, and the separate egress. Ingress and egress would be for the father.
Okay, sir, since you spoke, could you just please identify yourself?
Sure, I'm Phil Robichaud, I'm a quasi-abutter on One Scout Hill Lane.
Okay, so where is your house in relation to this one?
I'm probably 100 yards, they're probably 100 yards off of my backyard.
Okay,
Sorry, could you repeat your address?
16 Scout Hill.
16.
okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions?
Did you say 740 square feet?
Is that what you figured? I think I put in my letter that it was 850.
You said 840,
840 in the letter,
but the drawing says 852.
852. I thought I had it added in the mudroom. Maybe if we pull it up, we can take a look. At 20 by,
The one I'm looking at the 852 one is
that's in the letter.
number 8, drawing number 8.
Yeah, I just discussed it with my client. He had estimated at 720, but
We reduced it.
it does say 852 square feet on the second floor proposed, page 8. So I will have to amend that. I agree with that.
That's one of the questions I had, because if you look at 5473 in the bylaw, it says that the accessory apartment has to be the lesser of 1,000 square feet or 1/3 of the gross square footage of the main residence.
So I do have,
And I didn't see anything in the application that did that calculation and came up with the number. All I saw was the 852.
same, and so I did check with Brett, and he gave us some comments which I can read into the record. Building Commissioner Brett Bennett. With regard to the above mentioned property, I offer the following. The applicant proposes to construct a 27-foot by 27.5-foot 2-story addition with a 742 square foot accessory apartment on the second level. This will require a special permit from section 5472 of the Town of Reading zoning bylaws. The addition itself would be a by right addition which conforms to all the setback requirements. The only relief that is being sought is for the use of the accessory apartment on the second level. The existing gross floor area of the dwelling is 2,252 square feet. 1/3 of that would be 750 square feet. And the applicant is proposing 742 square feet, which would be allowed. I have no objections to the relief being requested. Thank you, Brett Bennett, Building Commissioner for the Town of Reading.
So I think that's an error on the plan. What they did was, I think they made it one bigger, and they found out that they couldn't do it to that size, and they reduced it to this size, and I think the surveyor or the architect left that number on the plan.
Well, the numbers you just read off do put it within the 33%.
We can
But if
condition
it's,
that
if it's
that's-
842 feet, it's not.
840 does not, 852
But
does
we'd be
not.
glad to condition.
That's to my
condition
rough
on
calculation.
7 instead of-
Okay, okay, so you agree that the addition would be, the apartment would be 742 square feet? Okay,
Okay.
any other questions or comments?
So question, so this is new to me, so I could be wrong here. I'm assuming it's for your father-in-law, great, good for you, but at some point, is this possible to be a rental?
It's never intended to be. It's only intended to be an in-law use. If at some point my father-in-law passes on, we'll most likely use it for just like a game room or something.
Additional room?
Yep.
Okay.
There's no
Alright.
intention to have any kind of rental.
And is that area, my area even zoned for that?
It's
It
being
can be.
approved as an accessory apartment.
Okay,
If they wanted to try to rent it, then they'd have to come.
yeah, and the only reason, because I had a friend get involved in one of these out of state,
Yeah.
and rental became with a primary occupancy, and they turned the regular house into an Airbnb, and it got a little messy.
No, can't do it.
Yeah, we would have to come back, is that correct?
Yes, building an accessory apartment does not turn it into a legal two-family house.
Okay, good, and I didn't know, so thank you.
You'd have to come back for town approval, whether it comes before this board or not, for instance. Okay.
Okay, anything else?
The other comment I would have is, from what I could tell, there's only two entrances to that accessory apartment. One of them is through the side entrance and up the stairs. And the other one is via the deck. The deck connects back to the main house, right? Those are the only two entrances to the, okay. I don't have any other questions at the moment.
Does anybody else have anything? All right, so Sai, you said at the moment, do you, now that we're at a new moment, do you, because nobody else has anything,
One
so.
of the things on one of the drawings, because in there it says there, the kitchen is to be, in the accessory apartment is to be remodeled. The fact that it wasn't even done
To be
yet.
built.
Okay. And it does connect to town sewer, obviously. Okay. I don't have any other questions.
Okay. Does any member want to make a motion then?
We asked for more public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there any further public comment on this? Thank you, Patrick.
No.
Okay, and there's nobody else present? Anybody want to make a motion?
Anybody want, I'll take a shot at it, if nobody else wants to. I would make a motion to grant the petitioner, Mark Salvati, a special permit under Reading zoning bylaw sections 4.5, 5.3.2, and 5.4.7 to construct a two-story addition with an accessory apartment on the property located at 17 Condor Road in Reading in accordance with plot plan dated October 11, 2022, prepared and certified by Edward J. Farrell, professional land surveyor, 110 Wood Street in Woburn, and architectural drawings dated February 2nd, 2022, prepared by KDK Designs in Wellington, Mass., which were included with the application. And the standard conditions for such a construction apply.
Would you like a condition that the architectural plans be revised to reflect the 742 square feet being approved?
Okay, make that a condition. All right. In addition to the special conditions, and I'll read the special conditions off. The petitioner shall submit to the building inspector a certified plot plan of the proposed construction and proposed foundation plans prior to the issuance of a foundation permit for the work. The petitioner's final construction plans for the new structure shall be submitted to the building inspector along with the as-built foundation plans prior to the issuance of a building permit. And the as-built plan showing the completed construction shall be submitted to the building inspector immediately after the work is completed prior to the issuance of an occupancy permit. It's pretty standard stuff for all these
Agreed.
kinds of things.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask the question when I should have earlier. Will there be blasting involved in this?
Blasting, no blasting.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'd just like to add, been practicing moving for about 28 years and applying here and coming here and doing this makes me want to practice here. Amanda Beatrice was terrific.
Thank you, I will let her know. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Who seconded the motion? Thank you.
Okay, our next matter is the minutes from December 19th, 2022. Anybody have any comments about those?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. I didn't see anything.
It's some minor edits
Oh,
which
the-
included just replacing everybody's first name with Mr. or Mrs. As we went, it's just a preference for me, but I'm not opposed to putting them back. And then I just kind of down here put some headings to the motions, and that was it, so.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the email that Andrew sent out to us about a half hour ago have those changes.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes if nobody has anything further?
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. 4-0 with one abstention who was not here then. And that passes, okay. And then also we have minutes from May 30th, 2023, but we did not get
them done,
those,
so
okay.
don't worry
They're on the
just yet.
agenda, but we didn't receive them. So those will be in the future.
And if I can just give a quick plug for you guys under some other business. So I think I've briefly mentioned MBTA Communities here, which is a law requiring multifamily zoning in town. We'll probably give a bit more of a formal presentation to you in July, not a big presentation, but just kind of what it is, what we're talking about. But in the meantime, right now, if you do want to learn more before July, we have our webpage and our survey out and open. So the project webpage is available at readingma.gov/MBTAC, and there's a FAQ there, which is collapsible and provides a lot of information on some questions you might just be asking yourself or could ask me, and should be a good head start into what this is and what we're looking for. And then on top of that, we have the survey open, and the survey really asks you what form of multifamily housing you would feel appropriate in town, where you feel those forms are appropriate, and then what concerns you might have with them as well. So it's a zoning change that we're gonna need to do to comply with law, but that survey will help guide us as to what type of zoning we go forward with and propose. So I just wanted to give it a plug for you guys, for anybody watching, and for you guys to also engage with family, friends, neighbors in town. Please let them know, because the more input we get, the better results we'll know to move forward with. So just a quick plug there. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are there any buildings that, like, close to comply that could be revamped? Is that an option?
So it's not really about building, it's about zoning districts. And right now, one question is, does our downtown development not comply? Our downtown district does not comply currently because it doesn't meet the gross density requirements of the entire district. And that really comes down to like a tool compliance model in zoning where there's so many non-conforming lots in town due to lot size requirements and other dimensional controls that they just don't get applied to the tool. So now our developable land area lessens and we don't meet the gross density requirements across the zone. And so there's a lot of detail in there, but currently right now we do not have a compliant district or districts combined. Thus zoning changes needed.
Now I get it.
Okay, thanks. Any other business? We need a motion to adjourn.
I don't know, we did some organizational issues.
Oh, that's right, thank you.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to do anything tonight. I just wanted to put a plug in that in July as well, typically we elect a new chair and vice chair. So just give that some thoughts as you get there for nominations. I believe Andrew is vice chair right now, but that doesn't mean anything. So if anyone can
Does
be
too.
nominated, anyone can be nominated. So just give that some thought as you come into the July meeting. So
And I just re-upped for another 3 years. Everybody here is on for the duration, right? On for the foreseeable future.
This is my second year.
You're your second, you're
I
your-
think I'm only 1 year initially.
My
You
first
expire.
term was also 1 year.
yeah.
You expire next year,
Okay,
as do you.
Yeah, I think it's next year for me.
all right. And just to let you guys know, I will stay as chair if nobody else wants to do it. If somebody else does want to do it, I will happily defer to that person, so whatever.
Is there any attempt to fill the 2 associate slots?
We are trying.
They should be filled.
I am tabling at many events for MBTA community specifically while also trying to plug in some volunteer efforts while I'm there.
I'm in until the 2025.
Yep.
I will not continue after that.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be 90 years old.
Are you kidding me?
I'm 88 now.
You're 88.
Yeah.
Wow. I only hope that I'm in such good shape when I'm 88. Okay, now,
If I'm here then.
all right, now a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye, okay. Quick meeting tonight.
Thank you.